Hi everyone and welcome. We are live here at In-Game UK and we are doing another playtest broadcast. So tonight we're going to be playing a game called Distilled. It's inspired by a little bit of Scottish whiskey distilling, so we're quite excited to play it. A little bit close to home as well. And we'll be playing it with the game's designer, Dave Beck, who's joined us all the way from the States, and we'll meet the group in just a second. If you're viewing us in the Distilled group, hello. And welcome. My name's Andrew, and yeah, I'll be taking you on a little adventure this evening. So, without any further ado, let's jump over and meet the players. Bear with me 1 second.
Unmute.
There we go. Unmute. You are unmuted. Thank you, Nick, for bringing that up. Everyone heard that at home. We've already got some. Richard Woods. Richard is manning the chat as well, so if you've got any questions, do put it to the chat, and we'll try our best to acknowledge you on the stream as well. Okay, enough rambling from me. Dave, nice to meet you. Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you too. So great to be here. Thank you.
You're most welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about the game that we're about to play tonight.
Sure. As you'll probably be able to tell if you haven't yet, I am the Yankee in the group here. So standing out over from the States, I'm in the United States, Wisconsin, kind of up north of Chicago. And I am the designer of Distilled. Really excited to play this tonight. But I actually came up with this idea and worked on the large bulk of the beginning of this in Scotland. I was living in autumn of 2019, just south of Edinburgh. And after touring lots of distilleries and having lots of fine whiskeys, this actually came to me one night. And I realized the next day as I was working on the prototype for it, that I don't believe a game exists that talks about distilling whiskey or alcohol. Lots of games some great games about wine and beer, but and once I realized that, I really wanted to dive into that being kind of the central mechanic. Other games have it, of course, in it, but maybe not necessarily the central part of it. So this is a resource management game with some push your luck and mitigate your luck that's mainly card-based, where you are essentially trying to craft different types of spirits throughout the game.
Cool. Well, it sounds really exciting, and yeah, it's close to home. Scotland is famous for its whiskey distilling, so yeah, it's really interesting. We've just got someone on the chat, Mini Painter 53 says it will be good to see this played in multiplayer. So yeah, we're excited to see it being played as a multiplayer as well. So do feel free to comment on as we play, and we'll try and give you some feedback. Okay, so who else do we have here this evening? Go to the left. Hello, Chris. Can you hear us? Yeah, that's what I meant.
I can hear you now. If you go to the left, I have no idea who you're talking to.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Hi, yeah, I'm Chris. I'm the co-organizer of the playtest broadcast. Under normal circumstances, I'll also be the organizer of the playtest group, which would meet up on a Monday night alongside Monday Night Gaming here in Plymouth.
It's really good, and we're looking forward to getting back to reality at some point in the future and play some games together. So yeah, it'd be good. I caught you off guard then, didn't I? So apologies.
Yeah.
No worries. Cool. Well, glad you can make it as well. And finally, who do we have there in the bottom corner? Hi, Nick.
Hello, guys. I'm Nick. I'm a game designer and developer. And I help out with the playtesting with the playtest group. And again, under normal circumstances, I co-run the Plymouth Playtest Meetup group. The Plymouth board game meetup group.
Brilliant. Richard, you will be... Yes. Yeah, Richard Woods has just commented. We are streaming on YouTube. And if you're there, you can speak to him as well. Just lastly, and we'll jump into the game, I am sporting a little bit of tartan this evening, so
Nice.
Just acknowledging that, you know,
Nice.
Yeah, really good.
You don't get
Right,
the points for that, do you?
Yeah, I'm wearing a kilt. You just can't see it. No, I'm just kidding.
right on. Okay, cool. Let's switch over to the game view now. I'll just jump you all in place. Turn off that. Okay, you are all ported in to Tabletop Simulator now. Everyone at home can see the game that's up in front of us. So over to you, Dave.
Great, wonderful. Well, again, thank you all for taking the time, not only for the three of you to play with me today and take a look at Distilled, but also everybody out there who's watching along. So yeah, this is Distilled. Distilled is a spirited strategy game, middleweight strategy game that's mainly focused on how you are going to craft different types of spirits each round to essentially become the master distiller. The theme is that you have inherited a distillery from a long lost relative. So we all four of us sitting around the table right now have a different distiller that is sitting in our distillery right now in a framed portrait. And that is who we have inherited this from. This essentially means that this is somewhat the location of our distillery. So for instance, I am Blue on the far right side. I actually happen to be from England. I am inheriting this from a nun who is known for making gin, perhaps a little bit of bathtub gin, if you will. So you've inherited this from some sort of relative, and it's so the distillery's kind of run down. You don't really know much about making spirits yourself. It's your job over the course of 5 rounds. In the case of this game, we're going to play an intro game today to bring your distillery back to its former glory by creating some of the most prestigious spirits possible. Whoever has the most spirit points at the end of the game is going to be named the master distiller, the winner. And you're going to get those spirit points mainly through crafting alcohol. So just really quickly, the full game would be a 7-round game with some additional elements, some additional buttons and knobs to press and pull. But for the sake of both just introducing this to all of you as well as our viewers out there, we're going to be playing the 5-round game. We recommend playing the first time you pull it out of the box. So I'm going to dive into the teach now. And what I'd like you to keep in mind is as we go over this, much of the artwork and graphic design is done, but much of it still has left to be done. So our artist, Eric Evanson, is furiously working away at this. We are shooting for a July Kickstarter launch with this game. And so you're going to see some work that is finished and some, like for instance, the big board in the middle of the table is more necessarily a placeholder.
Okay.
So
No
with
problem.
that said, let's dive in. Distilled takes place, each round takes place with using 2 phases. The first phase is called the market phase. That happens in the middle of the table, in the market, in the space where there's different rows of cards that we're going to purchase and acquire. The second phase of each round is the distillery phase, and that takes place right in front of you in your own distillery. Your player mat in front of you is supposed to represent kind of this dollhouse view into a distillery where you're going to be able to store ingredients, make spirit, age spirit, and then eventually bottle and sell it. Now, normally what I would do, of course, is I would walk you through the market phase first. But actually, for just the way to understand kind of the main hook of the game and main mechanics, we're actually going to dive into the distillery phase first and return to the market phase because it's relatively self-explanatory. I am going to go ahead and use the red player mat. I think maybe that's Chris as the example. So let's start. What we're trying to do is craft different types of alcohol. Now, we'll notice at the bottom of our distillery right now, we have 3 recipes. You all have 3 recipes. We all start with understanding how to make vodka and moonshine right out of the gate. We also, because of our family distillery, understand how to make one sort of signature spirit as well. So for instance, Chris happens to be inheriting this from a Greek distiller. And so because of that, Chris also has this signature recipe that is a little harder to make, but also maybe a little bit more spirit points as well. And I'll get to that in a second. Mm-hmm. So the main part of the distilled and what happens every round is crafting a different alcoholic spirit. In order to do that, you need to dump different ingredients into your washback. Your washback is located on the left-hand side of your distillery. And what you do is and I'm just going to cheat and drag some cards from the market for a second. You need to have at least 1 card in each of these 3 rows, and it has to be a specific card that follows the icon. So we have to have at least 1 card in the water section, We have to have at least one card that is usually either a grain, a fruit, or a plant in the sugars section in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need to have at least one card in the yeast section. So I want you to imagine this as a giant wooden vat that we're just dumping ingredients into. Typically in a distillery, it's called a washback. And what this does is this allows the yeast to eat at the sugars that are in there, the grains, the barley in the case of Scotch, and it will then create, start to ferment and create alcohol. So we're going to do that. Now, to make a spirit, we don't necessarily have to declare what we're making first. So Chris wouldn't have to say, I'm making vodka. These are just the things that he's going to be able to consider making after he's done distilling. So let's still take an example of looking at vodka really quickly. If we look at this vodka recipe. So vodka says that first off, we see that it can take any sort of sugar, grain, plant, or fruit. It also says that it requires a metal barrel and it cannot be aged. Well, lucky for Chris, as well as all of us, Chris already has a metal barrel in his distillery. It's pre-printed on our mat, and it says that we always have that available for use, as well as a basic bottle available for use when bottling. So now what we see is, if Chris, let's just say that we're trying to make vodka. Well, Chris is well on his way there. He's dropped a mixed grains into the sugar section. And so technically right now he's aiming towards vodka and he could be making it. Okay, so that could be good. Mm-hmm. Now what we do, we've laid out the cards where we'd like. We can have more than one. We could have 2 yeast, 3 water, 4 grain, whatever we want in there. Everything gets mixed together though. We can't kind of pick and choose. We then count the total number of sugar cards in the middle row. So for instance, right now he only has 1. If we had 2 mixed grains in there, that'd be 2. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the top left, or to the left of the market board. There's a big face-up stack of alcohol cards. And we're going to draw a single face-up alcohol card. And we're going to add this to his washback because the yeast is eating the sugars and it's turning this into alcohol. Okay. Distilled, what I've tried to do at all possible in any way is try and make this as heavily thematic as possible and how that might inform the mechanics. So what we've done here is we've counted the number of sugars. We have 1. We've added 1 alcohol. We could, if we had 2, we would have added 2 alcohol.
Okay. We
then select all 3 of these rows and we hit G to group them. And we flip it over. So now these ingredients are all mixing together in the washback. We're going to give it a good shuffle. And now we are going to distill. Now, when you distill spirit, and this is a true thing, the first part that comes off the run of the still, and actually also the last part is toxic. Distillers know that they can't drink that. That'll actually blind you or something worse. So we don't want to use it either, but distillers also know that they always reuse that. So they siphon that off to reuse it in a future batch. We're going to do the same thing. So we're pushing our luck here because remember, we only have 1 grain and we're hoping to make vodka. We're going to take the first card, the top card off the stack and pull it and put it back into our pantry to use at a future round. We're going to flip it. Uh-oh, we lost our mixed grain. So now you might think, oh no, we're not making vodka. Well, what are we making? Well, let's find out. We'll see. So we also then flip the whole deck over and take the bottom card. In real life, we just pull it off the bottom. And then finally, we're going to take our spirit stack, which is just 2 cards at this point. We're going to bring it out until we see a little waffle icon, and that will just automatically splay the cards out for us. Now we see Chris has essentially made yeasty alcohol at this point.
Yum, yum.
But the nice thing here is I'm going to bring this out. It's always nice to bring the recipe out. Chris did not make vodka, but Chris most definitely made moonshine. We see there's a present of moonshine's requirement is there can be no sugars in there. So Chris has made moonshine. It might not be worth as many spirit points, but it's worth a lot of money. So there's a lot of turnaround there. What would happen next? If Chris owned a bottle or a special barrel, he'd bring that out as well to show because that would give him additional points or additional money, but we don't have that right now. Mm-hmm. So what we're going to do now is we'd go around the table in turn order and we'd bottle this and show how much we're earned. In the case of Chris, he's only got a single spirit point in the bottom left of all these cards. So he'd be moving forward on the spirit track around the main board, just 1. But he did make quite a lot of money. He's made 4 from his recipe and an additional 1 from his alcohol. So he's going to then take 5 from one of the coin pouches and then drop that into his bowl to the right of his distillery, and that'll show you how much it is. Then, last but not least, he's going to take his recipe, return it back below his distillery. He's actually going to pick up these cards in front of him and take them to a bottle at the top of the market. This bottle, when you drop it in, will auto sort the cards back as if in real life, where you'd put them back in their respective spots. And then finally, he's going to pick up a moonshine label above the board, and he's going to bring this back to his distillery. Why he does that is when he brings this back, Chris gets to choose one spot on the top of his distillery player mat to place that and get that one-time bonus. So for instance, if he placed it in this 4 money on the right, he would get plus 4 money. He'd place it there, and he would get to gather 4 more money for himself that round. If he made a moonshine again, that's totally fine. He just place it somewhere else. So we're all going to be able to make up to 5 total spirits. 5 rounds, 5 spirits.
Mm-hmm.
If he placed it in this smooth, authentic ingredient to pantry at the top, if he placed it here, he would get to grab this star anise that he has to the right. This is not in our hand right now. We don't get to use this until we've done that. And then we get to move that to the pantry, which was where I discarded those other cards to use in a future round. So I'd be able to unlock this special signature ingredient. Now, why that's important, if we look at Chris's Lesbos Ouzo really quick, we'll notice that ouzo actually is more unique than a normal ouzo. It requires at least 1 plant, but also at least 1 anise. Well, he could use the one that he unlocks and gets into his pantry. He might purchase others as well to hope that he doesn't lose one of them. So he has a couple in there when he distills. That's up to him. If he were to successfully make it, he'd be able to do the same thing, bottling and selling, but then you'd flip this card over, and this is your instant label that you'd place up above as well. So it's a one-time only make for that spirit. Okay, and usually a little bit harder to make, not something maybe you can make right away in the first round. So that's essentially how you distill, as well as then bottle your spirit, claim a label, and get a bonus. Now, one thing I want to talk about very quickly is aging. Let's say that Chris actually had 2 grains in there, and he also, actually had a whiskey recipe, and he had a wooden barrel. If Chris had, again, you're not going to do this in the first round, but if Chris had purchased a wooden barrel, had enough grains, we see here with this whiskey that whiskey recipe says you need at least 2 grains and it needs to be in a wooden barrel. He would gather all of his ingredients together and he would take it to the warehouse in the bottom right of his distillery. Now, the key here is he's not selling his spirit this round. He's not getting money or spirit points. Instead, he's placing that into his warehouse to have it basically gain flavor. So instead of selling, what he's going to do is put that stack in his warehouse and he's going to age his spirit. And aging uses a stack that is to the left of the market, up above the alcohol deck. It's a face down stack that we don't know what exists here. I'm just going to show you really quick 1 card though, and then I'll shuffle it back in. These are going to give you a various amount of money per flavor, and you get to, when you age, you get to add 1 card. So if Chris aged his whiskey over the course of 3 rounds, he could be adding a new card every round. And obviously, we're not going to know what those are. We're going to add those blindly face down to that stack stored in the warehouse. And when he goes to bottle it, whenever that is, he chooses, he's going to share with the table his spirit, describe the flavors that are in there, what kind of whiskey he made. They're all neutral or positive. There's no negative coinage or anything. And the last thing to note about the flavor is if we look at the bottom right of our distillery again, we'll see that there's some bonuses to be had. When you bottle your aged spirit, you're going to count the total number of flavor cards that you have accrued, and you will get an additional bonus. So if Chris did age it 3 rounds and in the 4th round sold it, because you can't age and sell in the same round, the same spirit, he would get an additional 6 points on top of that.
Cool.
Okay.
So that is a quick run through of the distillery phase. There's a couple things we do for cleanup, and there's a a couple other little things that I'll be happy to kind of help you out with as well as we go through. So lastly, what I'd like to do now is pop up to the market and talk about the market phase that actually comes first. The market phase is fairly straightforward. You are acquiring goods, you're acquiring ingredients, recipes, and items to be able to make your spirit. It has a couple different important elements to point out. The first is our recipes over on the left. We see that there's 6 different recipes we can purchase and acquire. Once we've purchased, and they're face-up stacks, that there's one for each of us. Once we've purchased that recipe, we can make that if we have the ingredients for the rest of the game. We see that the recipes come from different areas, different regions. We see that the cost is in the bottom right. So for instance, this cachaça, this cachaça from the Americas costs 1 to purchase. It gives us 4 spirit points every time we make it and 2 coin. And we see the requirements there as well. So these are different ones. One note you'll see in the whiskey as well as on your vodka is that the region actually is wherever you're from. So again, I'm just going to keep picking on Chris here. So Chris is from Europe, from Greece. And so when Chris makes whiskey, it's Greek whiskey. I'm not really sure what that means, but that's what it is. So you can see that with whiskey is a little bit specific. Next, let's go down to the co-op. And I know in the UK, knowing that I would oftentimes go to the corner co-op for my quick convenience foods. In America, we think of a co-op a little differently. So actually, I'm still thinking about a different term, perhaps for more an international term, like a guild. Essentially, the idea here is you belong to a group that you can get cheap basic goods. So you're going to see that the mixed grains and the water and the yeast are actually free. And some of the others are fairly affordable. When we go to the co-op, we can go a maximum of 2 times per round to get a single card. Because when you're in the market phase, we are going to take turns around the table, purchasing a single card each round, each turn around the table. So, let's say with me being first player, I could go to the market, and I could choose between purchasing a normal market card, a recipe, a card from the co-op, whatever it is, I'm going to purchase that. And then it's actually going to move on to Chris actually as next, where Chris will get to purchase a card. And then so on and so forth. It'll go around the table back to me. I get to purchase another card. I can only go to the co-op, that black stripe along the bottom, twice. So I can only really buy a maximum of 2 co-op cards. And you'll notice too, yeast and water have a special action. We can talk about that when someone buys it for the first time, but they're kind of immediate actions when you buy those. And everything in the co-op can basically make everything in the game. They're the basic stuff that will get the job done, but they're not going to really get you much prestige. And to get that, you're going to need to go to the more deluxe rows, which is the ingredient and item rows. Our items, you can see, are just more advanced versions of things like bottles and barrels that are going to give you perhaps additional spirit points and additional money when you use it. And you'll see too, sometimes a bottle might be paired with a certain spirit from a certain region to get you even more. So that rounded bottle on the right would go particularly well with Chris's family Ouzo, for instance, getting actually a little bit bonus as well if that happened. Mm-hmm. And then last but not least, up above is the ingredients. Again, more advanced, more specific versions. So there's 2 of each of these. So there's a couple anise in there that could pop up as well as others that we could use that will essentially just do a little bit better job than the basic ingredients. We keep going around in the market phase until everybody has passed has passed. The ingredient item rows shift over 1 to keep things moving to the truck. And then we move on to that distillery phase. Mm-hmm. Besides that, the last 2 things I want to point out is just as a note, the labels up above are limited. There's 1 per player. And then vodka and moonshine, there's 2 per player, since we already all know how to make those. And why that's important is you can still make a spirit if you own the recipe, but you will not be able to place that spirit label, and that will not perhaps help with your goals. You all have goals in your hand, so you might be able to peek at Andrew's perhaps, or whoever's is to see it in your hand, but these are secret objectives. And you're going to get to choose from one of those 2 objectives. You're going to hold on to that for the game and reveal that at the end. Again, some of them might actually talk about labels, and that's why it might be pertinent to be sure to be aware of the fact that if a label disappears, you might not be able to get that bonus.
Okay. Just ever so quickly to interrupt, a couple of people have commented about the theme. They're really interested in distilling alcohol, and they're really excited to see this play, as they should be indeed. Mini Painter 53 mentioned that the Guild would be a good name alternative for the co-op.
Okay.
To point out as well, cooperative does mean the same thing in the UK as it does in the States, by the way. Although, yeah, cooperative, so it's the full name, and that's what the co-op shop is. It's a cooperative of farmers and growers, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's chip in, guys, if you know anything more. Originally, yeah. Well, there you go.
That's good to know. Yeah, we've just shortened it to co-op, and the States and most places do have it, but you're exactly right. And we have many farmer cooperatives around here too, for sure.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay.
My first thought was wholesaler, but yeah,
wholesaler, yeah.
Or association or something. Yeah. Cool. All right. I think I get it. I'm ready to brew some alcohol, distill some alcohol, not brew.
That's right. And so what you can do, and you all started with a couple, in fact, if you want to flip over your identity, you'll see that you all started with a certain amount of money, a certain amount of yeast and water, and that's also talking about your backstory too. So that's why you'll have some cards in your hand as well, and money in your bowl. We already determined ahead of time that I'm getting to go first. I swear it was random. I did not try and set this up. And again, if you haven't yet, you feel free to look at your 2 distiller's goals that are in your hand. You're going to keep one of those face down. The other one you can just drop in the bottle when you're ready.
I do have a failed texture on my chichaka, my spirit.
I
don't know if anyone else can see that. I can see that side, but I can't see the front, which might be a little bit of a problem. I don't know if you can load it in independently.
Yeah, I can try that here. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, it's not showing on the stream.
No. It's because I can't see it at all.
Yeah.
I'll work on that in the background. We'll get something going.
Brilliant. I'm going to have a little look at my goals. So people at home, Chris, don't look at the stream anymore at this point. But I'm going to have a look at my little distiller's goals.
Morton says hi, by the way. He's on the Facebook.
Cool. Hey, Morton. Nice to have you here.
So we choose one of the 2 goals.
That's right. Choose just one of them, and you can keep that secret. And then the other one you can send into the bottle.
Okay.
All right, let's do this. So for everyone at home, that's the one I'm going to try and go for. See what happens. Wait a minute. Does that make sense to do that?
Dropping stuff onto the bottle and it disappearing, that's really neat.
Yeah, that's my my good friend. He's helped me with all the scripting, which has been pretty amazing.
Oh, it's amazing scripting. Yeah.
Really
good.
No.
So we keep the one that we want in our hand. Is that right?
Yeah, you can keep it. You can keep it in your hand, however you like to play. Either way is completely fine. In your hand or just face down somewhere on the table, and you can always do Alt-Shift to kind of peek under that if you want. It's up to you.
Okay, so I've completely changed my strategy. For people watching at home, that's what I'm going for. I think that's the most appropriate for my character.
All right, I'm hoping we've got it. I'm pulling it in for you here.
Cool.
Andrew, let's see if this does anything for you. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can. Yes.
All right, let's get this one out of here.
Cool.
Any other textures, just let me know. I can kind of pull it up. I use Component Studio with Game Crafter. It's really nice to just kind of pull things up quickly. So.
Brilliant. Okay.
Okay. All right. So if we're ready, what we can see, and I've got on your distillery player mat right now, you'll see that there's kind of some big blocks of prototype text covering up like half of the distillery. Just know in the full game, those are actually open, and you install and hire different specialists and other equipment that kind of build an engine for you. But for here, you can kind of have this as just a walkthrough to help you understand where we are in certain phases.
Cool. Okay.
Great.
Over to you, going first.
All right. Yeah, so I've got 3 coin to spend, and I started with a water and a yeast as my starting, so I'm actually pretty set. I have, you'll notice on my my nun, Mother Mary. Mother Mary can, once per market phase, I get to discount 1 co-op card by 1 coin. So you all have 1 action on the front of your card. So I could discount something, but I actually think I'm going to start with just taking a mixed grains from the co-op, just to see how things play out. When I do this, I'm just going to purchase it. And here I'm going to hit the turn order button. There we go. I'm going to purchase it by just dropping it in front of me. Sometimes that's nice to keep track of how many I've got from the co-op. And then I've got turns set up automatically, so I'm just going to click that, and then it's going to move on to Chris.
Cool.
Let's see. So my special ability is I gain money. Gain 1 money when I purchase water. So
that's
I
right.
think that's the first thing I'll do is grab some water.
Yeah, surrounded by water, I guess, right?
Yeah. So it goes in my hand, yeah?
It can go in your hand, it can go out in front of you. You could even put it into your distillery, in your washback. It's up to you.
Okay.
You'll have a chance to move things around in a bit.
Okay.
Oh, and this is you can grab the coins from up above, and then that black bag really is just for you to drop coins in. Just convenience.
Yeah, so there we go.
Hey, Ginner's go. Right, okay, so I'm straight up. I'm going for mixed. Some mixed. Let's read my character sheet first of all, so people know what I'm doing. So during the bottle step, I can sell each non-aged spirit for 1 coin more. Okay? And I'm going to be buying some mixed plants, which will cost me. How much does that cost me? 1? Is that right?
1.
Yep.
1.
That's right. 1.
Okay. And then I just pull that into my hand.
Yeah, you can leave it in front of you. You can even put it in your washback if you want. It's up to you where you'd like to put it.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yep.
That's me.
Cool.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Over to me. So I am going to my character's ability. Jeongjina. She can, once per market phase, discount 1 ingredient by 2 coins. So I think I'm going to grab the rice and the ingredients, because that costs 2 and I get 2 discounts. So that's free.
Free
Wow.
rice.
Love it. Free rice. So, and I'll pop that into I'll just put that now into my distillery. Okay.
Nice. And then Nick, you'll see, and you can do it. One of us can do it. This gets refreshed right after you purchase this for the next player. So you can just click that button, and it'll. There you go.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Oh, it slides up very nice.
Wow.
I know. I'm a little worried. That when I play this in real life, I'm gonna say like,
Yeah.
I need these. Where's the button?
Auto deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
It's going to be very strange when we go back to playing things for real.
I know. Good.
How do I
And,
pass the turn?
and you can just click that. You should see something at the top of
yeah.
your screen. There you go.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Yep.
Good. All right. So I think I need a little bit of this turbo yeast. So this turbo yeast up here is better than just normal yeast because I actually get to add an additional alcohol
Wow.
when I draw. So it's gonna cost me 3. So I am gonna purchase that, and I'm gonna spend everything. Thanks for updating that. Perfect. And that's me.
Wow. Okay.
Let's see.
It's already getting quite competitive.
Let's see. I will.
Chap called Steph Barrier. Apologies if I get your name wrong. So what I'm hearing is I need to start researching real-life market shift buttons. Yes, indeed it is. That's what we need to do. We need to create buttons to automatically shift our cards around on the table.
That's right.
So I'm going to
Yep,
You
just
can
take
do
the whole
that.
deck.
Yeah.
Fruit.
I'm going to grab some mixed fruit. Just cost me 2 to do.
Mhm.
Drop that in there.
Right, so we got some more mixed plants. I'm not sure I want. Right, I've got 3 coins.
Yeah, if I didn't mention, I'm sorry. Those are all face-up decks on the bottom. So, and they're not meant to ever run out. So they'll just
Okay.
keep filtering through.
So, oops. Let's have a look at this mountain spring water a second. If this is removed during your distill step, add 1 water from the co-op to your pantry. Now that's quite helpful, isn't it? So let's go for that. Oops, just throwing coins outside the bag. I'll take that one. That's my go.
Okay. So we start. Some of us start with cards in our hand. How do we need? Can we play those out during the distillery phase? Is that right?
Yeah, you'll be able to play those during the distillery phase. So essentially what
Okay.
that did is you might not have to go to the co-op for everything.
Indeed, yeah. So I'm going to take a yeast. My action. I will pop that into my distillery.
Good. And then Nick, you might want to read you're the first to buy yeast. So why don't you
Oh,
read
how
the
exciting. So when purchased, you may immediately gain 1 money. My life. So 1 coin. So it's taken some of the money out of me. When I took the rice, I think it auto paid 2 coins, even though I get 2 coin discount. My character.
I don't think it would have.
I start with 4. Oh no, I start with 1. Okay, no, I was reading the wrong character. I'm getting confused. That's fine. So I started with 1. I'm going. Okay, yep, it's fine. No problem.
Cool.
I'm ready.
Okay. And then, yeah, Nick, you can check the box or I can advance you too.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll keep going. Perfect. Okay, so I've gone to the co-op. I have no money. I've gone to the co-op once. I think what I'm going to do is I technically can, because of my discount, my none gets the discount. I actually think I'm going to take a mixed plants, which I'll get to take for free.
Mhm.
That's me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that yeast. So I've got that straight off.
Good. Yeah, you'll get that 1 free money from that.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a no-brainer, doesn't it?
And water's, yeah, it looks like you're looking at water right now is nice, especially if you have some money. Next round, that might work out well.
Yeah. Whereas taking water when you have no money seems a bit of a full pass. So yeah, I'm going to take some yeast as well and get 1 coin. And that's me.
Lovely. I am going to take some mixed grains, I think. So that's my second co-op card. There you go on there.
Good.
And done.
So I have no money. I've gone to the co-op twice. I've gotten grains and plants, and so I'm just going to pass.
Okay.
Debating whether. Yeah, I'm gonna blow my free money that I've got to get that bottle.
Oh.
And you can, just ever so quickly, Dave, you can buy recipes at any point. Is that correct?
Yes, you can. You most definitely can. You most definitely can. And when you buy your bottles, you can. Maybe just as a note, really quick, you have a storage for both your bottles and your barrels in your distillery, and you always get. You could stack up 3 or 4 of those, and you get to choose which barrels or bottles to use as you go. Once you do use them, they go away. You don't get to keep reusing them unless the card says otherwise.
Okay, and they're all just standard recipes. They're not signature ones. Just as
Correct.
Okay.
You can make them over and over again. That's right.
Okay. So, Chris, how are you getting on?
Oh yeah. There you go.
Cool. Okay, so I've been to the co-op twice. I've purchased from the main cool market bit, and I'm going to buy a recipe now.
Great.
So I'm going to buy some ouzo.
Perfect.
It costs me a coin.
Good. That's exactly right.
Okay. Remember what I have here. So. I've only got 2 money. I want to make some more money, but.
Better get distilling.
And... Yeah, I need to get distilling, but I need to see
Yeah.
how much money I'm going to make for things. Okay, I will pass it. I'm going to save my money for now.
Good call. So I'm passing back on to Chris.
I'm gonna pass as
You're
well.
passing too.
And I'm going to pass as well. So how do I do that? Just click the button.
Yeah, I think we've all passed. So now we're done with the market phase. If you want to look up top here, and this is another handy Seth barrier, the scripter's magic. So I'm going to hit this shift button, and it's going to shift our cards over one to kind of keep things fresh. So these things you can't purchase anymore in the truck, but we've got some new things coming out too. Some more turbo yeast. All right.
Pirate bottle as well.
Pirate
Pirate,
bottle.
different bottles too.
That's cool.
Pig
So
bottle.
now what we're going to do is we are going to kind of plan out our turn. This is where you are going to get to choose where you place cards. Now, the thing that's important to note here is you don't have to carry everything over. So I'm going to actually use Nick as an example. Nick has a mixed grain and a rice in his washback. Nick could toss both of those into his washback just fine. He's going to get 2 alcohol from that. That's great. But if Nick wanted to save that rice for another recipe, he can just place that in his pantry. It's where you're kind of storing things to carry it over to another round. So you can all go ahead and do that. The cards in your hand would either basically go somewhere in your distillery. So you can all take care of that right now.
So the benefit of putting a double yeast in my washback would be I get 2 alcohol cards? Is that... No?
No, but what it would do is it's adding another card to that mix, to one less to pull out. But all that matters is the sugar. So the number of cards in the middle stack is what matters.
Right, okay. That's fine. So I'll put some yeast in my pantry.
Okay, so it looks like everyone's done that. Good, and you can carry some cards over. So now what you're going to do, and you can take a look at, if everyone wants to take a look at mine really quick. We normally would do this all at once, but we can kind of do it in turn order this first time. I'm going to count up the total number of sugars I have. So you notice here I've got a grain and a plant, which is fine because vodka can take any combination, and that's clearly what I'm shooting for. So I have 2. My turbo yeast is going to let me add a third. So in my case, I'm going to get to add 3 alcohol. So I'm going to hover over the alcohol deck, just hit the number 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to drop all of those together, and I'm going to combine them, and then I'm going to give it a good shuffle. And here's where I hope that those sugars make it through. I've lost an alcohol, which is fine. If you look closely at the alcohol card, it actually says that in future distillations I can use this as a yeast or water. So it's essentially a wild.
Okay.
And then I flip the whole deck. I've lost my turbo yeast, but it's actually pretty good because now I could reuse it. I'm just going to keep churning more alcohol. Okay. And then last but not least, I'm going to pull this out in front of me, drop it with the recipe I've made, and then we'll come back to me. We can all take turns doing that.
Okay.
We'll come back and do the bottle.
Okay.
Okay.
Chris, over to you.
Yeah, so I've just got the 3, so that's one sugar.
Mhm.
Where's the...
Oops.
Drops on there.
Good.
Group together.
Perfect. And yeah, you can all go ahead and add your alcohol if you want.
Yeah.
See how Chris does here.
So how many do I draw again? Is it...
I just one off the top and then flip the whole deck over.
I'm gonna watch, see what we get.
Ooh, some more alcohol.
Yeah, I'm
What's that?
watching. I'm watching.
and then these go up here, yeah?
Wait, real quick, you flip the deck over because you're taking the bottom too. So again, you lost your mixed fruits. So
Oops.
that thematically shows that the first part of the run, what's called the head and the tails of that run, are going to be reused, and then you can drag it out in front, Chris.
Okay, dokes. Go. Okay.
Water and yeast. A little
So
bit of
just
moonshine
be
going
water.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've made what I like to call the non-alcoholic moonshine, Chris.
Virgin moonshine.
Oof.
Yeah, it usually only happens in the first round, exactly for this reason. It's not worth much, unfortunately, but you know.
So I would just get 1 money from that.
Well, you'll bring your moonshine recipe out to show everyone, because then and right now Andrew's going to be, I think, doing. Or have you already pulled yours?
No, not quite.
Okay.
So I just wanted to double check. I pull the one off the top that goes into my pantry and then flip the
After
deck.
shuffled.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Oh no!
Uh-oh.
So there goes my sugar.
And that one goes in the pantry too. The bottom one, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep.
So I've got yeasty mountain water.
Yeah, yours is a slightly better quality moonshine than Chris's. Good. So now we actually go in play order, because this kind of does matter sometimes depending on what is claimed. So we'll take a look at mine quickly. So again, I've made some vodka. I've got some plants in there and some grains. I'm going to count up my total spirit points, which on the only one there is the recipe. So it's going to be 2. So I'm going to move myself forward 2 on the track.
We did, sorry to interrupt. We did shuffle,
Yeah.
by the way. Everyone did shuffle. So,
Yeah. Hopefully everyone did shuffle.
we did.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Go on.
And then we're going to count up the total money. So I've got 3 on my recipe, plus actually 3 more found scattered across the cards. So I'm going to get 6 money from that.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
And I'm just going to take those and drop them in. And then I'm going to take this stack of cards. Well, actually, first I'll take my vodka recipe back.
Mhm.
I take this stack of cards and drop it. It'll auto sort it back into its respective piles.
Cool.
And then I'm going to grab a vodka label. And since I'm first player, I would find where I'd like to place this. And I actually think I'm going to do 1 free ingredient. And I'm going to grab this juniper berries
Oh,
before anyone
okay.
else does. Now, this does not get refreshed during this round. So
Okay.
that's me, and then it moves on to Chris.
Oh, that's from the teach. I'll put that one back.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, so I got one spirit point
Mhm.
from the moonshine, virgin moonshine, and then and then 4 cash.
And your water. You've got 1 on your water, too.
Oh yeah, right cash.
Okay, so for me, I've got a similar sort of story going on here. So I get one point. Oops, that's 2. Cheating already. There we go.
I'm gonna grab a free.
And I get 2
that
coin.
first.
That's it. isn't
Yeah,
it?
so you'll
Yeah.
add up the total coins in the top left as well as the total spirit points in the
Ah,
bottom
right. Okay,
left.
so 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right. So actually, I did get 2 points.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
fine. And I got 6 coins, 7 coins.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay, and take my recipe back, and those 2 go to the bottle. Oh no.
Perfect. Yep.
On the
Good.
bottom.
And then, and also because I think you got the point because of your identity. You got that extra coin, which was great.
Okay. And I should have put a moonshine
Moonshine
recipe, label.
Yep.
Oh, where do I want it to go? So hang on 2 seconds. Let's have a little look. So free recipe or free? I want recipe. So I'll go for gin. I'll take the
Nice bit
recipe.
of gin.
Yeah, we like gin in Plymouth, don't we? If you're not aware, Dave, we do have a distillery here in Plymouth called Plymouth
Oh,
Gin.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can take tours and have a little wander around. It's really nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I actually this pig bottle in the market right now was inspired by touring Edinburgh Gin distillery. They had one of these on display, and I thought, what is this thing? And it turns out that Victorian era, Europe, UK, the upper crust would be displaying their gin in fancy artisanal bottles. So oftentimes this is actually referred to as a gin pig.
Very cool. Right.
Okay. And you've done your label, Jim. Cool.
Yeah, I've done my label.
Okay, so I've managed to make vodka.
Oh,
I managed to keep my,
you've actually done
my sugar.
done something productive, not just yeasty water.
So I'm getting 5 money and I believe 3 points because of my rice.
Mhm.
So
Good.
I'm going to move my barrel up to 3. And I'll just take 5 chips.
It's popped up with my turn, so I'm going to
Yeah,
pass
sorry,
to Nick.
Mike.
So I'm going to pop
That's
this,
all right.
pop my vodka recipe back,
Perfect.
my cards into the bottle bin.
Yep.
And I get a vodka label.
Hmm.
Oh, that's moonshine. It's the wrong place.
I've got a load of money now. Can buy up all the sugary ingredients. No
And
more
I am
yeasty
going to-
alcohol.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. I think I'll get a free item.
Oh, good call.
Do the ingredients row refresh when people take those, or do they?
It doesn't until you're done. Then at the end of the market, it'll.
Cool.
it'll
So
yeah.
I'm going to take this American Standard Barrel. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Good choice. So yeah, that can go straight into your distillery.
And that just goes on one of the warehouses.
You can put it where you store the barrels, right here, the
Okay.
barrel storage. Yep, perfect.
Lovely.
Good. Okay, so we've all gone. We've got some new ingredients and items out there now. We are at the end of the round. One thing I'll note quickly, if you don't bottle in a round, which means you're aging, you're not going to have any money that next round, and you're going to be very poor. I do want to point out that at the end of a round, you're able to essentially hold a tasting in your distillery and take a loan, where you can spend up to 4 victory points, 4 spirit points for up to 4 coin. So just keep that in mind as well in the future, only when you don't bottle something. All right. So we're going to move this all forward. First player turn moves clockwise. So now we're starting the next round. What I would suggest you do is you can pull up everything in your pantry into your hand. So just hit that number and
Cool.
so you know what you're working with this round. And then it's on to Chris.
Market time.
So Mini Painter 53 says during US Prohibition, mason jars were used and called blind pigs. Apparently, there you go. Interesting fact.
Yeah. Speakeasies in the Prohibition era oftentimes would be called blind tigers or blind pigs, and the idea was that you would maybe go to pay to see a pig, but then they'd give you some free alcohol as well.
I wonder if that's where the phrase, going to see a man about a dog comes from. I don't know if that's
yeah.
I don't know if that's a UK.
Isn't that a reference to go to the loo?
Is it? I thought he was going.
Just throwing that out there. I don't know. I'm just poking a few holes in that theory.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe not then.
Oh,
I thought it was about going to buy other things.
Google it.
Maybe
That's what Google's there for.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. I will grab the ingredients. I think I will. I don't have a lot of money.
Bog run. Yeah, Mini Painter 53 is on my side. It's to go to the toilet.
Maybe not then. I've probably been using the wrong phrase all the time. What are you doing that for? So, okay. I will. Yeah, I'm
Cut the tension
going
with
to
a
grab
knife
some
here.
juniper. Yeah, I'm going to grab some juniper berries.
Okay.
Yeah, the old juniper. Okay.
Cool.
Where's my juniper berries? Okay, over to you.
Ah, right. Okay. So yeah, I'm going for the pirate bottle because it looks cool and it costs 3. So I will put that in there. That's my go.
Lovely. Okay, I'm going to buy the millet or the sorghum. I'm going to buy the sorghum because I get a discount on my ingredients. So I'm going to get that for 3. Cool. And grab it properly. Go into the sugars. That's free. So, okay.
All right, let's see here. I think I might go ahead and buy this plastic liter bottle here. What I like to call in America the college student special. This is what the so this is just going to cost me 1, so I'll do that. Advance this. There we go.
Wax seal bottle worth 2 additional SP if bottling an America's spirit. If only I had more money. Always the way. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get some yeast from the co-op.
Okay.
Oh, not all these.
Oh,
What was that?
Yeah, stack of yeast.
yeah, it's all the yeast. Gonna just control the control the supply of yeast.
It's all stuck together.
Yeah. I'm forever doing that. I don't know why. For some reason, I just cannot get things right in Fingertips. I always pick up the entire pack.
Don't forget your bonus with the yeast.
Oh,
It's
yes.
always an extra coin, so
Well,
making that money.
Costs 4. I get 1 back.
It's got some sugar cane.
Yep. Gone for
Ooh,
the
that's
sugar cane. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I'm going to grab some water. And the water bonus gives me draw the top card of any market deck, choose to purchase it or return to the bottom. I think I will go for the ingredient deck. So, is this meant to be for just me to see?
You can flip it over. It doesn't really matter because you're going to shuffle it back in.
Okay. I think I might well buy that. 3, yeah, I'll buy that wheat for 3. So that is 5 and 2 that. Okay.
All right. I think I'm going to buy a gin recipe for 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that's me.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm feeling lucky this round, guys. My skills. I've got a B in organic chemistry, I'll let you know. I know what I'm doing here.
I'm gonna get some mixed fruit from the co-op.
I could tell you a distilling story that I have, but I'm not going to do it on stream. But we had some very inspirational teachers at our school.
Involve consuming a bit of moonshine.
Well, I'll tell you later.
Oh yeah, it was that non-alcoholic, that virgin.
Yeah,
moonshine.
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeasty water. Right, so I'm going to go to the co-op. I'm going to get these mixed plants and spend 1 coin.
Nice.
That's me. Over to you, Nick.
I'm going to buy this whiskey recipe for the rest of my money.
I think you bought them all,
Nope.
which is great. You're buying.
Good value
buying it
for
all.
money.
Oh, I did as well. That's not one on.
Here, I'll help you. I'll take these back for you.
Okay.
Oops.
I've got one left. Bring that back up.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Okay. That's all my money there. Money away. Okay, and done.
Okay.
I do like the flow. How quick we get a participation again. It's nice.
Turn flow is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to use my discount of 1 with Mother Mary, and instead of 2 for the mixed fruits, I'm just going to pay 1, and that's me.
I'm gonna pass because I have no money and I've been to the co-op twice.
Okay, my second go to the co-op action. I'm going to get some water for free, and that's me. So, oh, that just disappeared.
I think yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Okay, I going to do my second turn to the co-op and take a use. Hopefully just one this time. It's just one. Yay. Okay.
Good. And you get that coin.
Oh, must get my coin.
In the final
Very
version, it'll have just an icon, +1 coin when purchased. So, okay, I'm going to go to my second co-op and just get a mixed grains, I think. And that's me.
I'm passing.
Passed, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm passing.
Everybody's passed except for. Oh no, actually, it's back to you, Nick. Are you done?
I passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't afford anything. Well, I could buy. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy. Let's do an ouzo recipe for 1. I have 1 coin left. Might as well do it, and then that'll be me. Okay. So we're going to shift the market over 1. I'll do that. See what else we get. Uh-oh. Everybody wants the cat bottle. They always.
Bottle. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Don't even need it, but I want it. Vintage decorative bottle. Cool.
So now,
Okay.
so we're in the distilling phase. Now, last time we all took our turns. You're welcome to in distilled. We can all add the alcohol at once. We can all pull the head and the tail at once. We just bottle in play order. So
Okay.
I'm gonna. And remember, you can carry cards over. You can put cards in your distillery to store.
How do you group them all together quickly?
Once you've got them all there, if you draw a rectangle, click and drag, and then hit G.
Okay, cool.
Get
Yep.
3 alcohol.
So I'm going to add 3 alcohol for me because I've got my turbo yeast again.
And when you've grouped them all like that, do you shuffle at that point, or do you flip them? Don't you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Have you added the alcohol already, Andrew?
No, I haven't actually. Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, make sure you count how many sugars you have,
Yeah, I've got
and then you
3.
add that many alcohol.
Cool.
Quick question on the barrel. Assuming the barrel doesn't go in with a stack of.
No, good question. Barrel stays because you get to choose. Let's say you're trying to make something that doesn't work out. You get to choose which barrel on the other end.
All right. Okay. Cool. Okay.
All right. I'm hoping I'm making gin here. We'll see.
Brewed.
Oh, I've done it.
Right, that is shuffled a ton. So, here we go.
And do mine as well.
Oh, some of my sugar's out.
Yeah. Yeast gone. Okay.
My yeast is gone. I think that's what I needed. That's the only one I didn't want pulled.
Oh, your mixed plants?
No, my yeast.
Well, you don't need the yeast. That's the good news. The yeast is just something that helps create the alcohol.
Ah, right. Okay, I got you. Right, so. Oops.
A lot of people are made. This is made a fruity concoction.
Yes,
Very fruity.
Yeah, look at you.
slightly.
Fruity vodka.
Yeah.
Ooh, some juniper berries. Nice, fancy.
Um.
And then you can bring your recipe out because, yeah, Chris, you're going to get to go first here.
Yeah. So that'd be. That's gonna have to be vodka. Okay.
Yeah.
right?
I think that's right. For me.
So it's three points.
And don't forget your recipe too.
Oh yeah, number 2. Then and 9 cash.
Yeah, you're
Nice.
high quality vodka right there.
Yes. There's no Skittles vodka for me. I'm not going for the student market.
Yeah, that's me. I'm done. Good. Yeah, and then you can chip it off and grab that label, and you get to choose the first one.
Okay, so I believe I've made my signature drink.
Nice.
Okay.
Or plant some
You have. So you have. So this is a great example that what you've done is you haven't needed to rely on your signature
Yeah.
authentic. It's worth a lot of points, right? But it's okay. You have definitely done it. Very good work.
Okay.
Now this is where you'd want to. It looks like you're planning on it. I think you want to put that in a nice bottle, though, don't you?
I do. Yeah, definitely.
All right.
want
So
to put
bring
it in
that
this
out too.
bottle.
Good.
Okay.
Good. And now you can go ahead and just like before you'll count up those points and money.
Sweet points. Okay, so 2, 14, 15, 16. Worth 1 additional SP point if so that's
Very good.
that. So 50 14, 15,
gonna
16,
jump
17
ahead.
points.
Yes.
Boom.
Wow.
17 points.
And
That's
money
right.
wise, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Whole stash.
8, 9 coins.
Did you count her too?
Oh.
I wasn't sure if you.
During the bottle step, sell each non-aged whiskey for 1 more. So 10
Good.
coin. Cool. Okay.
Very nice.
Not
isn't it?
great on money, but good on points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean not great? You've got 10 coins left.
I wanted more money. Right, it's
Thank you,
fine.
Robert. So I've got enough ingredients for my whiskey.
Oh,
and I
and
wanna
real
put it
quick
in my
though,
barrel.
just a one
Okay.
Yep.
second, Nick. So
Yeah.
Andrew, don't forget you'll flip that, but you also don't forget to move your points forward. What did you get? 17?
17. Yeah.
17, yeah, sorry. So I thought Nick had done it
Yeah,
for me.
You gotta
So
you gotta brag that.
18, 19.
19 points.
19 points. Look at that, flying ahead.
How's that?
Oh, you're the
Good.
person to beat then.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I get to
Yeah.
put this.
Yeah, you can put it somewhere. Now, Nick, sorry about that.
So I've got enough for my whiskey, and I want to pop
You
it in
do?
my barrel.
Wonderful. I love it. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. You can take your whiskey recipe and bring it back down below. You've shown us that you can make that. And you're going to group all those cards that's above you together and put them face down in your warehouse. Perfect.
Yep.
Now, before you add your barrel, you're going to go up to the flavor deck and just, without looking at it, pull the top card off and place it on top of that stack. It's in your warehouse. And then place your barrel on top of that. And then finally, you're going to grab your whiskey label now. Because you've made it, you get to kind of reserve that, and it's going to
Lovely.
place it on top of the barrel.
Whiskey. And that goes on
you
the
go.
barrel, do you say?
Yep, on the barrel.
Well, reserve.
Now,
That's lovely.
For all of our UK friends and actually anyone else around the world, I want to personally acknowledge that the spelling with an E is the incorrect spelling of whiskey. And actually, if you played, we have a Scottish distiller. If you play as the Scottish distiller, we've purposely renamed it the correct way. So I just want to go on record as saying that.
Love it. Brilliant.
Good.
Cool.
Okay, so then it's on to me. Looks like you both have either taken recipes or something. So I'm going to go ahead and now bottle my gin. I have a grain and a fruit in here to be able to make my gin. It's very cheap gin though, because I'm putting this in a plastic bottle. But gin is, yeah. So it's a total of 8 points with that turbo yeast. So I'm going to move ahead with that to 10. And then as far as money goes, I have 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8 because of the liter bottle. It's cheap to put in there, so I make a little bit more money. So I have 8 points or 8 coins.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. The gin goes back down below. This ships off, and I'm gonna. This must not have. Then get my gin label, and I think. Oh my! I can't resist that pig. I need the gin pig. That's perfect for me. Okay, so that is me. Now, so we've all bottled our second one. And Nick, this is an opportunity to point out that if you wanted to, you could give up as many victory points or spirit points as you want to get money back up to 4. So this is your chance to do that if you wanted to.
Let me think about what I actually need. I'll give up 1 point, say 1 money.
Okay.
Just in case I need that extra coin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Good. All right. So here we go. Starting the third round. I'm gonna we reordered. So now you can draw your cards back into your hand.
Okay, I just want to take a moment as well because it's my turn and just brag about hitting my signature recipe, and I'm on 19 points. 19 points. I hope you guys at home
We'll never live that down,
on
will we?
Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. I hope you enjoy that. It's time to create my distillery empire. Right.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It is. Beautiful moment. Right, okay. So, I don't have any cards. But I know I've got a few. But okay, so let's get buying. So, straight off the bat, going for the decorative cat. Just because.
Good choice. You because you're so rich, you can just do anything.
Yeah,
huh?
just drinking from the decorative cat. Well done, sir. Thank you, Mini Painter.
Love it.
That's my turn. So over to Nick.
Okay, I'm going to buy this millet for I'll get my discount, so it cost me 1. Okay.
All right.
Out there. Green, that's rye. Yeah.
Let's see here. I think I'm going to go ahead and purchase some mixed plants for free from the co-op with my co-op discount for the nun. And that's me.
I'm gonna get that ex-bourbon barrel.
Ooh, that's a good barrel. Do you read the action text on that thing?
Yeah.
It's,
Oh yeah. I realise I'm running out of time if I actually want to age something. So that's also my logic for getting that one.
Yep, that's good.
Fine plan.
Yep.
What's a 7? That's a big spend.
When this barrel is used to
It
age
is
for the
expensive.
first time, draw
Or
an
flavour.
additional flavour card. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about flavour cards. How do you go about getting the flavour cards again? That's for aging, isn't it?
Yeah, so Nick actually has a whiskey aging in his warehouse right now, and he's got a flavor. We don't know what it is.
Okay.
And so he aged it this last turn. Now, Nick, I do want to make it clear that you could sell that this turn if you wanted to. You could bottle it and sell it along with something else that you make this turn. You could also let it keep aging. That's up to you.
And I get more points the longer I leave it.
Yeah, the more flavor cards in there, the more points.
You only get the points when you actually sell it, which costs
Correct.
you which you need a turn to do.
Points to mine.
Yep.
Love it.
Okay. It is my go, so... Oh, I do like these fancy bottles. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so... I'm gonna get the wax top. Gives me 6 back. Might be going a little bit crazy on the bottles, but
It's a snazzy bottle. Crystal decanter. Oh,
yeah.
that's pretty.
That's
I'm
nice.
just going
Ooh.
to grab some water. No, not the whole deck.
What recipes have I got now? Mixed
Right.
plants.
Let's go to my water section. and I may as well draw and see. I don't think I'll be able to afford anything. What's the cheapest in deck?
There are some 1 coin. Well, there's one out here right now, but there might be. I'm not sure if there's any more 1 coin ones here, but there's no 1 coin. So if you only have one, you could try the market just to see. There's a good chance you're not going to find anything.
Yeah, it's worth doing because it's a free action.
Just a question.
And it's a 2, so I need to put that back.
And then just drop it on the top and just hit R to shuffle, and you're good.
Just a question. Can you take a loan even if you've got loads of money?
You can, but only when you haven't sold something that round.
Okay.
So,
Richard's saying bottles for the win. I agree. It's all about the bottles.
Richard loves the bottles. He loves the bottles.
There's good points on those bottles, I must admit. I like that.
In the full game, there's actually a set collection mechanism, so you actually keep the bottles after you sell them. And based on the region, you get some extra points there too.
Okay.
Fantastic.
But we're not going to let Andrew have that for this.
14.
So.
Just making sure that I've taken the right money. So
all right.
14.
Let's see here.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go to... I'm going to get a water, and I am going to look at the top card and buy that. Yes, I will. I'm going to buy this rye for 3, and that's me.
Yeah, I'm going to get a water, which gives me a coin because of my special ability.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll have a look, just see what is there. Oops.
Double flip.
And some barley. Nah, I'll put that back. Okay. And over to you.
That is interesting, isn't it? I do need water. Decisions. Yeah, go on. Let's go water. And then we'll go... That's right, isn't it? It's item?
Yeah.
Yeah, item or ingredient, your choice.
Oh, yeah, definitely ingredient.
Ho ho!
Okay.
5 coin.
Very nice.
Oh,
Tasty.
yeah. Go on.
Gonna do it.
He is buying all. I love how you're buying all the fancy stuff. I like it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yep.
Right, that's me.
Okay, I am going to grab the yeast. That's my second market card. And that gets me a coin. Okay.
Yep. All right. I've been to the market twice already. I've got a bottle. I think I'm going to buy another recipe. I think I'll buy a
tequila.
cachaça. Yeah. So I'm going to buy a cachaça for 1. That's me.
I'm going to spend 3 and buy some potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potato.
Vodka.
Wow, that or a moonshine.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I've got one more trip to the co-op. And I think I'm going to go yeast. And get an extra coin.
Any fine plans there?
So just to check,
Oh, sorry.
alcohol essentially is a wild ingredient, isn't it?
It
Correct.
is.
So you wouldn't need a yeast or a water. One of the two.
Cool.
Can't be a sugar, but
Have you pressed your button, Chris?
Oh, sorry.
That's alright, I've already been, so over to Nick.
I'm going to buy this mason jar for 1 whole coin. So that's
Nice.
going to go in my storage area.
Yep, perfect.
Cool.
Yep, in the bottles area, good.
Oh, I messed up. I've completely messed up. I was meant to buy a recipe. I really needed the recipe.
Just keep making
If
moonshine.
If you, depending on what you were going to buy, if you passed, you could always purchase it still, because that's not getting in the way of anything, you know.
I don't have the money. It was rum I was
Spend all
after.
that stuff, haven't you?
It's cost 4. Yeah, I bought too much fancy
Yeah,
ingredients.
I'll give you bought it. Now you've got gin vodka ouzo to make.
There's cachaça. There's one recipe out there you can afford if you
I
want
know.
it. But
Yeah, I see.
you're past cachaça. You've already made one. You don't.
I was looking to age my rum in a nice, authentic cat bowl. You know.
The old cat rum.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yep.
I missed that bit
let's
in
see.
Pirates.
Yeah. I think I'll get some apples actually. I'm gonna buy some apples for 3. And that's me.
Okay,
We could go Gibraltar.
What you having, Chris? What you having?
yeah, I'm gonna. Have I been to the?
Yeah.
I've only been to the COP once, haven't I?
Let's say yes, because I can't remember.
Bought some water. Yeah, no, I've only got
Don't
some.
have the
I've only
barrel
just
for
got some
rum.
water, so I might as
Yeah.
well get some yeast and get a coin out of it, hadn't I? Yeah.
So, for people watching at home, for when I get rum, that's what I'm using. And I'll go with some ciabatta in a fancy cap.
Yeah. So and don't forget, you'll need a barrel first. You'll need a wood barrel to age that rum in, and then you get to put it in your fancy cap.
Okay.
So don't forget about that.
Okay, I thought that was just the aging symbol. Okay, I misinterpreted that. So I don't want the rum this time. Okay, that's fine. Wood barrel.
Yeah, you could do the
got you.
cachaça. You could make something that doesn't age, or you could wait to do something else.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Chris, how you getting on?
Alright,
That's all right, thank you.
keep doing that.
Yeah, we're totally. Oops. So that's going to cost me 1. That's my go.
Okay, I'm going to buy a cachaça recipe, I think. My remaining coin. Give me some options later on. Okay.
And I am passing. I've gone to the co-op twice, so I'm good.
Me too.
Oh.
Pass as well.
Okay, last question on ingredients of the deck. Will there ever be a cost of 1 card in that deck?
No ingredients cost 1.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
kind of where the
From the
basic
co-op.
ingredients
Yeah,
come in.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no point having a go. So I'm gonna part. Oh no. I can buy multiple recipes, can't I?
Yeah, you could buy it if it's something that you can afford, but I'm not sure. You already own. You only need to own 1 recipe because you can keep making that over and over again each round. And you already own cachaça.
Yeah. I see. Yeah. Okay, I'll put it back. It's more to do with the wording on a card.
Oh,
that I've got.
yeah, maybe that should say unique.
Yeah.
doesn't.
Okay. Yeah.
Note
That
of
would make
Thank
more
you.
sense. Yeah.
Good
yeah.
point. Yeah.
Okay, I'm passing, so I'm fine.
And I'm passing too.
All right, and I've already passed, so I guess it's Chris, unless you're done too, Chris.
Yeah, I'm done too.
All right, so we can all distill.
Here we go. Gonna get excited now.
So a bit more yeast in, and a bit more sugar.
A little bit of sugar, a little bit of water. A bit of yeast.
The old alcohol.
Let's put some more sugar in.
Oh no. Oh well. Made something basic.
The over, give it a shuffle.
Oh,
And don't forget
Oh,
to add your
brain.
alcohol. So count the number of
Oh,
sugars you
brain
have and then add
muscle.
alcohol.
How many sugars add alcohol? I got 2.
damn.
So, what have I made?
Oh no. Were you trying to make your
I was trying to make,
your ouzo? Yeah, yeah.
Instead I've made just really, really strong vodka. The stuff that you can decrease engines with.
Well, the good news is there's an anise in the shop, so you could maybe try and grab that to up your chances next time too.
Hmm.
Oh, you've already gotten your free ingredient though.
Yeah. So you can't double up on the anise, or
You
so
could
if I
totally. You definitely could, but you need to buy it, and then you could have a couple in there, and then the chance of losing it isn't as great.
Did I just mess up? I should have taken one. Yeah, I've just messed up. Sorry.
Actually,
So
Gina's turn first.
if anyone's watching at
Bacon
home
dinners.
and I've just completely and utterly cheated accidentally. Right, let's get my cards out.
An interesting selection,
Good.
Gina.
Put the alcohol in the pantry.
Ooh, I think he
Okay,
made
yeah,
some
so
cachaça, maybe.
Yeah,
Thank you for that, Richard.
he has indeed.
Yeah.
I think you should have one more down here. I think that alcohol was supposed to be
Ah,
down
right.
with you.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You're all good.
Fine.
So yeah, you're up, and you get to choose a bottle too if you want, Andrew.
Ooh, definitely a fancy cat.
Ooh, quite an interesting cachaça.
Not for the students, that's for sure. Well, it might be just for novelty value, but
Yeah,
that's not
that's right.
that's not what we're marking it at, you know. Okay, who's first player? Who
It's you.
Right. Okay.
Yep, you, Gina.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, let's tally up what I've got. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins, and then victory points. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 points.
11 more
Oh,
points.
he's got that fancy bottle.
Yeah. All about the bottles. That's the other one.
And then where do I want that
Get
to
ready to get
go?
hand select.
Get rid of those. Oops. Thank you.
I got it. It's
Thank
all
you.
good. Yep.
Um,
Good. And then I'll get you a cachaça label too. There you go.
oh,
I'm
cheers.
making
Yeah,
some
thank you.
tasty vodka.
Good.
Vodka.
Nice.
So I'm going to get
I'm investing my
a
points.
whole 3 points and
Mhm.
3, 4, 5, 6 coins. So I think my 6 coins. Whole 3 points.
Do I want that?
And I get my vodka label.
hmm
And I'm going to unlock my special rice ingredient.
Yeah.
So I'll just get that into my hand. And vodka comes back. I sell my vodka.
Perfect.
And
Good.
then what do I do with my whiskey? Can I add some more flavour to it? Do I need
Yeah.
it
So
aged
if normally if you're just aging it, you can just go ahead and do it on your own. Just gonna pull a flavor off the deck and drop it on top, and it'll sink down. If you wanted to bottle it, then you wait until it comes back around to you again, and then you
Right.
would bottle it. But if you're just aging it, you can just go ahead and drop it right now.
in? Yeah, let's do another.
Yep.
I don't think I'll catch up with Ginners, but I'll do anyway. There we go.
All
Mhm.
right, so good. All right, so I made some ouzo. I needed any grain or plant, so I've got some in there for a total of 4 points. So I'll move forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then for money, I've got 5, 7.
Nick,
So
did you do
5.
your points?
Yep, I got
Okay.
3.
Okay.
I'm way behind you, Ginners.
Okay.
Your posh bottles
I'm
are
not.
really
I'm not pointing now.
very-
No.
Oh, don't worry, his aging, it'll come back to haunt us. Trust
Yeah.
me. Trust
Well,
me.
I can imagine.
All right, I'm going to get my special ingredient as well, and then it's on to Chris.
Got 3 points for my ridiculously overproof vodka. And 8 cash. No,
Wowzers.
9 cash. Yeah, 9 cash.
That's a
Probably
nice
the
vodka.
stuff that turns you blind when you drink it.
Yeah, watch out for that whiskey. Yeah, we don't know,
Yeah.
Richard, what he's
Possibly
flavoured it
yellow.
with.
Yeah. We can wait to see. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, we're all eyes on his whiskey. It's all hush hush at that distillery.
That's right. Oh, and while he's doing that, Jinner, I'm not sure. Did you get an extra coin because of your distiller when you sold
I
that?
didn't know. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh! Look at Chris's money. Woo! Now he's the rich one. Okay. Now since everybody bottled, there's no loans, and no one took anything, so we won't refresh it. We're gonna move to the next round. I'm gonna move everyone forward one. Okay, so we are entering the second to last round. This is the time I like to kind of point out what you have on the back side of this little kind of player mat. It's also you can flip it over and take a look. It's basically just talking about the end game things. If you were to make a spirit, an aged spirit in the final round, you still can, and you can age it, but you would not bottle it. But you still get to count the points found on the card. So keep that in mind. Or if you decide to leave something in there as well, it's usually best if you've made it before the last round to sell it.
And we've got 2 rounds left.
We've got 2 rounds. This one and one
Okay.
more. Correct. So we're going to make 2 more spirits.
Okay, cool.
And we'll of course reveal our distiller's goals, and then finally money is converted at 5 to 1 as well.
Okay.
To
Okay.
SP. So with that, it looks like it's Nick's turn.
Yep, I just planning on doing that. I've got store those into my hand.
By the way, Richard said you're flavouring your whiskey with skunky manure.
It could be. It could be.
Right, what posh bottles are there that
Well, you could put it in a Scotch whiskey canister, or an extra crystal.
I get
They're
one
expensive
additional...
though.
You're not doing European, though,
well,
are
the
you?
canister's not too bad.
Are you doing European?
Yeah, that's true.
No,
But then the
you're
extra
Asian.
canister, that's all my money.
Doing Asia, so...
Almost all my money. That's only 1 coin. And it's 2 plus 2. Okay, and then that's 1 plus 1. That's half a point. And I have to bottle it to do that.
So Mini Painter has had
barrels
skunky
expensive.
chocolate. I've got to ask, this must be an American thing. What is skunky? Like,
I don't know if I think do you have skunks?
yes,
in the UK?
yeah.
So
Well, we don't,
basically-
but we know what they are. Yeah.
Okay. Basically, the card, if you happen to have the skunky one, it's just the idea is it tastes terrible. It's something went wrong with the barrel. And in
Okay.
America, oftentimes with beer, people refer to beer that's gone bad as skunky.
Okay.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to get the crystal decanter because
Oh, he's going big.
I'm going for it.
Woo.
Before. And that's me done.
Okay. 2 rounds left, huh? Well, I know I need some water, so I'm going to get some water and see what I find off this deck. Corn. Yeah, I'm going to buy that corn. So that's me. I'll buy that corn for 4, and it's on to Chris.
By that Star East.
I thought I
Ooh.
almost bought it, but I thought that wouldn't be fair. He needs to make his family's.
Yeah. Disappoint Bureau Grandad.
Yeah, exactly.
Just by churning out cheap vodka.
Yeah, he's probably he's rolling in his grave right now. He's
Okay. I do have one question. In terms of the flavour cards,
Mhm.
how many of them can you grab?
So each round, when you age, you're going to add one
Right.
flavor card
Each time you age. Okay.
Each time you age. And remember, in order to, if we look at the rum recipe, for instance,
Yeah.
after you buy that, it would need 2 plants, and it would need to be in a wood barrel. That could be
Yeah.
one from the fancy market,
Yeah.
or just this basic one
Okay.
as well.
I got you. All right. No, that's yeah. You've given the game away there. It's fine. Yeah, that's good. So 5 coin on that. No, it determined my choice because I was thinking about the clay pot and whether I could keep putting. Oops.
Yeah, clay pot. In this game, because, and I should mention, in the game on Kickstarter, if we meet stretch goals and everything else, we're hoping to have upwards of 20 different recipes you can play with. And
Wow.
mix and match, right? So this game, we only have one that requires a clay barrel, and that's shochu from Japan.
Oh, wait a minute. I might have screwed myself here. I
Okay,
can't make rum.
Water.
No backsies, is there? Oh no, it's the same price.
I
Sorry.
am going to draw the top ingredient deck. See what I get. And I've got some wheat for 3. Bum, 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 bum. I think I will buy that wheat. With my discount of 2, that costs 1. Hey.
Okay. Well, I think I should. I need to go to the co-op one more time. I think I'm going to just get a basic mixed grain. That's me for my second co-op.
I've messed
gonna
up,
grab some
guys. I've messed up.
Get a coin. And have a look see in ingredients. Every time.
The recipe is more important to me
No.
at this point.
Over to you.
Yeah. I could buy something else, actually, couldn't I? Oh. So, to explain what I've done, I didn't have enough money, basically. So, I bought the barrel for 5. I've got 4 coins left. I can either buy the rum, but I don't have enough sugar to make the rum. So, I would have needed an extra coin to get the mixed plants, which would have allowed me to do it.
You take the yeast and get a coin.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you haven't, I don't think you've been to the co-op
yeah,
yet.
yeah. I haven't been into the
Would
co-op.
it work?
That would work.
Oh, I should have told you
No, you
I
should.
know. What was I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
okay.
guys.
that.
That's good. Thank you, Nick.
I would be giving them ideas. Right. What do I do? I'm going to take a mixed grain.
It's a
There we
friendly
go.
game. It's a
That's
friendly
my-
game.
That's right.
2 from the market done. 2 from the co-op.
Okay. You know, I think I am going to invest in this 55-gallon drum. Yep. This is it's only 2, but I can keep. This one is the one I was talking about. You can actually keep reusing it. You rinse it out and take it back to your store. So I'm going to purchase that for 2, and that's me.
Oh, another drum comes out.
Oh no, that's the one I really wanted. Oh, well, maybe I'll have to buy that one too. We'll see.
Do they actually use drums like that in distillery?
Well, I mean, what I'm trying to represent there is that you can only do that if it's a non-aged spirit and you're
Right, okay.
dumping something into it, so it doesn't age, but allows you to.
Okay.
Yes, I just bought some mixed plants.
Sweet.
Cool.
Get some sweet, sweet rum.
There he goes. Now, the thing
Yeah,
is, I'm pretty sure I can't see what hands or what cards Jenner has in his hand, but I'm pretty sure that he's taking a pretty big risk here because he's got to have 2 plants come through the other end. So even if he does, we'll see if he makes it. I'll be curious.
It's a risk, yeah, for sure.
It's good though. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. And you know, if you don't make it, you could always make it the next turn. That's the thing. You could then, you know.
It's not going to get me that many points if I do it that way, but we'll see.
What am I going to risk here? I always spend my last coin to get mixed plant. Oh no, I can't do that because I've already been to the market to co-op. My coin back out. I pass in that case.
I think I will buy. No, I can't afford that. I think I'm going to pass as well. I am done.
I'm gonna. So I can buy a recipe, can't I?
Most definitely. Yep.
Yeah. So I will go for some, a recipe for rum. I think.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Competition in the rum market.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Everyone's going rum.
Hedging my bets.
I'm itching to get my mixed plants here. Pad out my deck, hopefully. Right, so 1 coin.
Ah, you've got that signature sugarcane. Nice. Let's see. On to
sorry.
Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
Okay. I passed.
Me too. So it's back to Chris.
I am going to pass. Well,
Okay, so I think everybody's passed. So
Yep.
we can go ahead and distill. Just make sure you add the number of alcohol equal to the sugars you have. I've got a lot. I've got 5 this round.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've been building. I've been saving up for this one.
I've got 4, so that's good.
Let's give it a go.
Oh, you got to be kidding me! I have 2 juniper berries in here. I have to have one make it through. I lost one. Oof. Okay, good.
Come on. Yeah, it's tense. Fingers and toes.
I got it.
All
I'm
crossed.
watching you. I'm watching. So do you have 2? You have 2 plants in there?
I have two
Okay.
plants.
I
in
think
there.
you got 2 people potentially making rum. We'll see.
Ah! Fail. Damn. Right, okay.
Made some really good cachaça. You are
Yeah.
just the.
Hey ho.
yay!
See what I
Uh-oh.
made.
Made some ouzo.
So here's an interesting thing, though, real quick, just so you know, Chris,
Yeah.
you get to choose.
Hmm.
You could choose between the 2, right? Because you
Oh, yeah.
you right. So think about which one you'd want to do there.
Oh, that's true.
I shuffled it too many times. I
Yeah.
agree, Richard.
It was that
I
very
agree.
last shuffle, Jinners.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
So I disappoint my family and go for some rum instead.
I mean, your grandfather's already really disappointed in you already. You might have been disowned. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm not.
This is-
I'm not letting back on the island at this point.
This is your spring break in the Caribbean. You've gone
Yeah.
down to holiday in the Caribbean. left Greece.
And I'm not going back.
It's
Well,
not
Nick
too
gets to
bad.
start. What
It's not
did
too
what did
bad.
Nick do here?
I have made some andong suju.
Ooh.
My
Sounds good.
signature, not signature dish, signature drink,
Mhm.
signature recipe. I'm wondering whether to put it in a bottle as well. Shall I use my etched crystal decanter now, or shall I save that for my whiskey?
Do you have
I'll
something
save
under
it
there
for-
too? What's under your decanter
Uh,
there?
It's just a mason jar, which is for moonshine, really.
Okay.
So it's not. There's not much point in me having a mason jar. I think I'll save my crystal decanter for the whiskey. So I'm going to get 10, 14, 15 points.
Nice.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 15 points takes me up to 20. Oh, I'm almost catching up.
He's coming. Yep, you're coming for him.
Yeah. So I flip that one over.
Mhm.
And that goes anywhere on any of these.
Yeah, whichever one you're wanting.
I've got enough money. I think I'll go for the 3 ingredients. I'm tempted to try and make some very cheap whiskey next round.
Oh, right. Okay. Thanks, Richard.
I'll go for plant actually.
That clarifies it. I was very confused by what you were saying.
What we got in the.
So, Richard, Chris, Richard's telling you to make the ouzo.
Okay.
He says go for the money.
Okay, then all my.
Oh, I don't know. It just depends
Pretty
on
close.
what path you want to take with your family. Right?
Yeah. It's a legacy here that's into question. The history of.
Okay. And I gonna add flavour to my whiskey when my turn comes around.
You can go ahead and do it. If you're adding it, you can go ahead and just do it. Drop it
Oh,
right
I don't like this, Nick.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
All right. Well, I also have made my family the nun. Who knows how that? Who knows what's happened if the nun was my relative? I'm not really sure what happened there, but somehow that's my great grandmother or something. I have made London Dry gin.
Nice.
So I'm going to put it in a pig bottle, and so here we go. I've got 4.
Wow.
And then 4 more, so 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the London Dry is 14, so 25 points.
Oh.
Yep. And I'm going to pay 2 coin to get 1 more SP, 1 more spirit point. So,
Nice.
so 26 points.
Wow.
So let's see, that's putting me at 3640.
So,
Wow.
And then money 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
4,
14, 15 money.
8,
So that's
Like
me.
you played the game before.
12.
So, just reading through the end game scoring. So, if at this point, if I bottled this, I wouldn't get any points for it being aged because it wouldn't age until next turn.
Yeah. So if you're talking about who was that asking that? Sorry. Is that
Me,
Chris?
sorry,
Chris.
Yeah. So Chris, if you made a rum, you would put it in and you would add 2 flavors, and next turn you could choose to bottle it and get the bonus points, and in that case it would be 3 points. Or you could let it sit in there another round and you could add more, but it's probably not worth it because you don't get the bonus that way. You'd still get to count the victory points on it, the spirit points.
Whereas if I went for the ouzo, I could just
Be
get
back in a
straight
minute, guys. 1 minute.
No worries.
Yeah, a lot of it will come down to if you want money to spend next round or not.
I think it's a very tight call for you, Chris, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it's a hard choice. I've got 7 cash.
extra 2
Then I
coins.
just try
5
to-
coins for every SP point at the end of the game as well, remember? If that helps in any
Yeah.
way.
Oh, let's go for it. Let's get this owned. I'm gonna make the rum.
We need a pirate tune at this point.
Yeah, my Cornish roots are showing them.
Yeah, right.
Just have to dump it over the side and then sell it. As
What sort of rum is it? Is it a good old Navy rum, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or probably stuff that's been dumped over the side so we don't have to pay the tax on it.
Right, okay.
All right, so good. So you're going to take these cards and you're going to put them face down in your warehouse. Yeah, hit G.
Yeah, gee.
There you go. There you go. Now you're going to now go up to the flavors and you're going to add 2. Without looking at them, you're just going to pull them quickly off and drop them right on top of that ingredient stack. And you're going to add 2 because of your bourbon barrel, ex-bourbon barrel. And then you're going to place the barrel on top of that, and you're going to grab the rum label, which I think is it.
I just did.
What's this one? Oh yeah, that goes here.
So Richard's
There you go.
Richard's
Good.
advice was the rum is only 1 victory point more, but it gives you more money to spend the next round, so you can have a kick-ass round. But
Right, I'm back.
Yeah, it's
it was a tough call, but he's going rum. He
I think
likes.
he wanted to really make his family mad. That's
Yeah.
what,
yeah.
When you rub it in.
yep.
Okay, so here we go. I made another. How do you pronounce it again? Sorry,
Cachaça.
Chacasa. Okay, so another one. Gives me 8 points because it is in America's spirit. So 8, and that 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, 12 points.
That's a good one.
42.
Ooh.
Who's blue? You snuck
That's me.
ahead. Ah,
Yeah. My gin.
jumped right up. Okay, and money wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 coins. And one more. I get a recipe card. What am I going to go for this time round? So, 1 free item, 1 free ingredient. There's no point me making rum this time round, is it?
It could. Again, it'll give you the all the spirit points you see on any of the cards, including the recipe.
Okay. But I'm not going to be able to flavour it. So what are my choices? 1 free item, or 2 victory points, or 1 free ingredient. What's up there? Apples, rye, or mountain spring. I could do with another bottle. Yeah. So what choices we've got? Worth 1 bottling Euro Spirit. That's pointless to me. Oh, okay. Let's take the victory points. Don't know if that's the right thing to do, but try and keep ahead.
Good.
Okay, that's me.
Good. All right. So
So I've
that's
got
everyone.
one more thing on mine.
Yeah.
My American Standard Barrel has an ability which says I can, during the age step, I can spend 1 money to earn a SP. Can I do that?
Yes, you most definitely can. So you spend 1 to earn 1 SP. Yep.
Because I need all the points I can get at the moment.
Yep.
It's disabled. Okay.
And now, before we start the next round, this is where, Chris, if you want, you can do a tasting to spend up to 4 SP to get up to 4 money. So that's up to you if you want to do that.
You've got cash. You don't need to do that, Chris.
Do we refresh this now?
Yes. Yes. There you go.
Oh, and I get another coin. It's my character.
No, I think I'm gonna hold off.
You're gonna hold? Okay, good. All right, so here we go. Starting the last round. I'm gonna get to go first. Let's see here. What do we have in the market there? All right, I'm gonna get a. Actually, wait. I take that back. I'm going to buy this natural spring water, this mountain spring water from the shop for 3. That's me.
Potatoes are correct.
Potatoes.
Is he stealing a barrel, it looks like? He's looking at the barrel.
So Richard says we want to encourage diversification over specialization. Do you want to tell us a little bit on the reason why, or?
Yeah, so it's a good question. So what we found is, depending on who it is, oftentimes when you have this distiller, sometimes you want to just make the same thing over and over again. So what we try and encourage, especially you'll see it in the full game, there's different global kind of group awards people are trying to compete for all at once. But then also that's why these labels will disappear after a certain number. So we're not really too close. Vodka, maybe a little bit, cachaça, perhaps a little bit. But once those disappear, then trying to get you to really shoot for different strategies. But that also obviously means that perhaps people are not all competing for the same ingredient, but sometimes are because they overlap. Those recipes overlap.
Gotcha. I must admit, I have not diversified at all in my.
Well, it's okay though. I mean, in the introductory game, which was what this is, it's not as much of a focus, and I think you'd find in the full game, you'd be urged, you'd have another distiller's goal probably that you'd be working with,
Right.
as well as these awards I was talking about that would really push you in certain directions.
Yeah. Got you.
I'm
Okay.
gonna buy. I'm gonna get that karate bottle.
The little clay pot.
Ooh, the clay barrel.
Ooh.
Oh,
Clay barrel
okay.
for the
Didn't expect
for
that.
the rum.
Well, okay. So before you buy that, so this is a barrel. So are you saying you?
Sorry. Yes. No.
That's okay.
It was a bottle. My bad. I will not do that.
I drink from it.
We're classy people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that case, I will just
It's tense, Chris. Just
Yeah,
seeing your hand
let's
move
go,
from.
Let's go.
Getting some potatoes.
Ooh, some figs. That'd be nice.
There we go.
Junior's turn. Okay. We're going recipes, so I'm gonna get that one.
Ooh, again.
Ooh, shochu.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Is it? Is it really?
It is. Yeah.
Nothing to
So
see
I would
here.
grab some sorghum with my discount, so that is free for me. Are you done?
All right. Ooh, more anise out there too.
Okay.
What do I need? I have not been to the co-op yet. I'm gonna use my discount and get a mixed plants for free at the co-op. That's me.
Oh, niece. Yeah.
Ooh, now you could make it. You could try and make it.
Yeah, I could try and repair things with the folks. Because I think the problem is me actually winning this game is somewhere between slim and none. So at least try to repair things with the family. And
That's right.
try to make some
Good
moves.
plan.
Very
Yeah.
confident, Chris.
That's right.
I think you've burnt that bridge when you made ouzo, when you made rum over ouzo.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the market this time and get some water. I am going to pull an item card.
Set
Oh,
myself up on the next island over.
Yeah.
I'll really annoy them.
Yeah.
that isn't what I really needed, but it would give me points. What do I need to make that? It needs to be aged. No, I'm not going to buy that. Shuffle. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I'm going to grab another American Standard Barrel, I think.
Ooh.
Cost me 5. Oh, what's it? Yeah, that's me done.
Okay, I think I'm going to buy some of this palm out in the market for 4. That's me.
Tasty.
Yeah.
Left.
I'm pushing my luck, I think. Tough decisions here at my distillery. The last there's a name for the individual that samples it all, doesn't it? Does anyone know what that is?
Well, oftentimes if you're blending, it's the blender.
Okay.
Um,
Other roles at the distillery? Do we?
Well, actually,
The blender got sacked. That's what happened last round for me. So this new guy is hesitant to make the same mistake as his predecessor. Grapes as well.
I just went for some mixed veg.
Okay, nice.
Mixed plants. Sorry.
I'm tempted to go for. It's gonna be tough. I've got 6 coin. I can go to the market once more. So tough. 4. I need grain as well, though, don't I? Oh, this is so tough. This is so tough. Let's go apples. Seems safest, but I need the victory points. Do I risk it? I could go grapes. But if it doesn't do anything, I really don't know what to do, guys. I'm gonna go apples. Sorry. Yeah. So cost of 3. Get 2 back. Okay, that's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab this rye for 3 while it's on offer. Cash. That's me done.
Get some grain.
right.
Oh.
I think I'm going to. Sugar cane.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to buy some of that for 4. That's me.
I am gonna pass.
6 back.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna get that rice for 2.
And the rest.
I think that's what Nick wanted.
It only just come out.
I know, but your hand was hovering over it.
I was looking for it. Okay, I'm going to grab a mixed grain from the co-op. My first co-op card. Okay.
All right. I'm going to go for my second co-op, I think. And I'm going to pay 1 for it because I already got my discount.
Yeah, I've got second co-op now, so
Pass.
second co-op or 1 coin, which doesn't help at all.
What are you trying to make, Jonathan? What are you brewing?
What am I brewing? Top secret at this stage. So we'll go mixed grain.
Cool.
I didn't have enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my go.
Okay. I'm going to grab some yeast. And that gets me a coin. Okay.
I think I will grab this canister for 2. I'll buy that for 2.
Oh, wow.
Oh, skull bottle. Now it
Uh-oh.
comes out.
Yeah, now it comes. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, that would have been helpful. I don't have 5 coins.
Oh, no, I did pay 2, didn't
I'm skipping. That's me.
I'm passing.
I'm passing as well.
All down to Chris.
Oh, okay. We're all passed. There we go. So the last distill.
Okay.
Got another 5 to add here.
Yeast. Water. So Dave, have you ever seen anyone put in an ingredient that they don't need for the recipe in the hope that they pull it?
I don't think ever on purpose, but depending on what collection of recipes you have, you could definitely do that because it could then end up as different
Something
things.
else. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Because I've got some mixed fruit, and I'm tempted to dump it in just so I can up the alcohol content.
But if it stays,
Yeah.
you've then made vodka instead of your Lesbos Ouzo. So I'd be careful.
Yeah. No, I don't want to contaminate it.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking to what I'm doing. Right, okay. So I got free alcohol. Oops.
I think I've done it.
Oh my gosh! Did you have 2 anise in there? Oh, look at you!
Hey!
Whoa.
You've done it. Your family.
nice.
You've
They're
redeemed
proud.
your family name.
My honour is restored.
Oh no, I failed. My fruit's out the mix.
I forgot to put. Oh,
You've unfruited it.
I forgot to put the alcohol in.
And you forgot to put the alcohol in.
I put the alcohol.
Well, yeah, just
Like-
put it because you if you got that without the alcohol, I
impressive.
give you yeah.
Yeah, props for that.
Yep.
Yeah, there would have 3 alcohol in there. Alcohol in.
So I've just got grain. I've got no fruit in there.
Oh, if you had a clay barrel,
Yeah, if
only. yeah.
only.
Okay, so it looks
So-
like I'll start here. I made a cachaça with a load of different plants in there. So I've got 3, 4, so 8 total. And I'm going to spend 2 for 1 more. So 9 total SP for me. So I'm at 49. And then money is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh no, God no! It started so well for the distillery here, and our reputation has just been devastated. Year on year, bad distills. Right.
So if I
And then
want
I'm
to,
just
sorry.
yeah, and I'm taking 2 VP
Can
for
I?
my bonus, and then that's me.
Ah, right. Okay. Okay, I see. I made a mistake. Richard's just pointed it out.
So if I want to bottle this rum, does that happen now or? After?
So why don't you do your you choose one or the other. So you might as well just do that one first, the one that's out right now,
Cool, okay.
and then when it comes back around to you, you'll get to do the second one.
Okay, 4.
10 cash.
Swear, Chris pulls out the bag. 40 points.
So that's 14 points.
Mhm.
To use it.
Yeah.
That one.
Jumping ahead of me, Chris. None of that.
Okay, so victory point wise, I've got 4 with my
Look at
Ouzo
your label,
recipe.
Chris, your Ouzo.
Yeah, flip your label there.
1,
Oh yes.
2, 3.
I'll ship this
Four.
off. Did you get your money, Chris?
Yes.
money wise, I get
Oh, I'd cover a
2,
VP spot.
3, 4,
Yeah,
5, 6 coins. And
Uzo too.
yeah, it's pretty bad. And that's it. And then I'll claim an extra victory point for my label.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got all your labels. Very nice.
It's not enough. Still not enough. Okay, that's me.
Okay, I've made whiskey. Very alcoholic whiskey it appears.
Oh yeah. So is this the one you just distilled?
This is the one I've just distilled. Well, I've got
Okay.
the barrel for it.
Good.
and
So
I've
you'll
got
send it to
I'm
the.
going to bung it in a mason jar to achieve whiskey.
Well, you won't be able to put it in because you'll have to age it. So you'll send it to your warehouse for this round,
Okay, right.
and at the end of the game, we'll pull this out and count it up. So don't worry about that. But you'll put everything else in, and you'll add a flavor.
Okay. So we'll go for that. That. That goes in. Whoop. On goes my barrel.
And yeah, and add a flavor.
We'll find a flavour.
I'll hold it off there for you. There you go. And you can still do. You bought another one of those barrels, so it's your choice to do that as well.
I may as well spend the one to get a comp
Mhm.
point.
Yep.
Let's get my whiskey label.
Good. So now it's going to come. And so, Chris, you can take your rum out and lay it out in front of you. And then also, Nick, you can get your other rum ready. You're going to bottle that now. And lay it out in front of you.
Do I add a flavour? Or I'm going to bottle it now. So.
Yeah, because you can't. I mean, you could. I would suggest you definitely bottle it now. You can either always bottle or age it. You can't do both to the same spirit. So.
Spicy.
Okay, so Chris, what kind of rum did you make?
So let's see.
Smoky,
It's,
spicy rum.
Spicy tobacco flavored.
Ooh.
Spicy tobacco.
Flavored with anise.
Yeah.
Ah, so the Greek. It's that Greek touch.
It's a good touch. Greek
Brilliant.
rum.
Aged ouzo is what it
Yeah.
basically is.
Okay, I'm
I think
intrigued.
I was trying to make
Tobacco ouzo.
and made some very strange Greek
Yep.
rum.
Good.
So how does the point from this?
So you'll first thing you can do is just why don't you count up your money first, your total money.
So it's 9.
hmm And then count up SP as you normally would, and then we'll look at the bonus as well.
So 12 points because I don't get because it's not from Europe.
You still get the 2 in the bottom. We're still trying to figure out how to communicate that. So you do get the 2 in the bottom, you just don't get the additional 1. So
13, 14.
14.
Yeah, 14.
Good. Now you count how many flavors you have, and you look in the grid in the bottom right, and you can see you get that extra.
17. So
Good.
nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Okay.
Good. Then you'll get to place that label for a couple extra, and that's you.
Good old rum.
And do I get the additional 2 points then?
Yeah.
For the
Yeah. Yep. You get that too.
Right, what's Nick got
yeah, I
going
can
on?
see where that's a really long term strategy. If you can
Yeah,
grab that
and again-
early on,
People play in the 7-round game. That's when you really start to do aging. You know.
yeah. Yeah.
All right. So Nick's famous Korean whiskey. I'm
Oh,
very
yeah.
curious.
Here's my crystal decanter. Oh, it's
Oh my gosh! Look at these! Look at these flavors.
I've got rubber tire flavored malt and apple, malty appley rubber tire flavor.
Nice.
That's the whiskey there.
Yep.
In my lovely etched crystal decanter. In the
Very
American
nice.
barrel. So it's
Nice.
all over. So I
Yeah.
got 9 for the whiskey, 10, 11, 12, 13, and it's a European, so 14, 15 points.
Oh, the Europe doesn't count because remember this one's from your home region, which
Oh, it
is
is.
Korea.
Yep. Okay.
And then don't forget to count the flavor amounts too. You're covering this up right here. Here, I'll pull it.
Extra
There you go.
6 points.
I've got
Yep.
3 for those 6 on the 6, that's 21.
Well, not bad.
22, 43.
Oh, dead on.
Oh,
Ooh.
good. And then you'll take that label and place it, and then everything else gets shipped off, and then we're almost done. We're done with the game, but we have one more thing to do for Nick.
9, 10, 11, 12 coins as well.
Some
Good.
extra points for you. Okay, so
And cover my label up. There it is. Cover that, I get some 2 points. Cover 2. Boop. And that's that. Oh, that's going to stay up there for my next whiskey.
Yep.
So all of that now goes shipped off.
Yep.
And what you selected?
accept your recipe.
That's it. Let's go back up here.
And now the game is over, except Nick still has something in the warehouse. So Nick's going to pull it out,
really?
and we're at the end of the game. We're doing final end game scoring. And you're only going to count up the VP, the spirit points you see on the cards, including the recipe, and nothing else. So no money, not the bottle, because you're not actually bottling it.
Okay, oh yes, that's right.
Yep.
So sorry, say again what I'm adding up here.
Just
point?
the spirit points.
Okay, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Hmm.
Oh, it was a sour brew anyway.
Yeah, see,
Oh, thanks.
you didn't want it anyway. So you have another 13 that
Yep.
push yourself up on the track.
We shall do.
Just intrigued. to
So,
see
what am I
if
on?
there-
58.
Wow.
58,
Okay.
And that label will cover my 4 money. So I think
And technically, it's not. It's still down in the distillery. It's still down in the thing. So it's
Okay.
like you didn't bottle it. So normally that would all just
Okay.
sit down in the warehouse.
okay.
Cool. All right. So then, now for the other end game things, we can reveal our different goals. I'll start and show mine. My goal was diverse portfolio. I have or be tied for the most variety in spirit labels. So I've got 5 different ones. So I might be tied with someone else, who knows? But regardless, I've got that. So that's going to move me up 7 points to 58. What about you, Chris?
I had wealthies have most money at the end of the game, which I've
yeah,
actually
you,
managed to
you
pull
you
off.
do.
Didn't
Wow,
expect
You
that.
really
Hey.
do.
decent.
Nice.
Nice.
Good work.
Well
Honestly,
done.
did not expect that.
And have the most recipes first for knowledge, which I have.
think
But
you did.
Nice.
that.
You
gives me
definitely
6
have
points.
that.
Yeah, I kind of went a bit overboard on that. Could have saved some money.
And Nick, how'd you do?
Mine is woody. I have or be tied for the most spirit labels require a barrel. I have whiskey. Does the other whiskey count as having that label?
It technically does, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
So I do have that.
got that.
Other 5.
Yep. Good.
Yeah, where am I? I'm here.
Next one.
2,
And then
3,
and then
4,
just divide up
5.
money
and money is 5 to 1.
5 to 1. So I'm gonna get 2 extra.
Yeah, I get 2 extra. And Chris gets a load extra. 19. 3 extra.
So there we have it.
Oh yeah!
Congrats, Nick. With those
It was the gin
whiskeys.
I was drinking at the same time as something.
Brilliant.
Thank you. Oh, exciting.
It's really good. Gloves are off, aren't they, Nick? Now, I think that's how many games in a row have you won? A couple.
Not that many.
No, you won last week's as well, didn't you? All right. Keep an eye on you
I
now.
don't remember.
No, neither do I. Well, that was really good. It started so well for me, and then my blender got sacked, and then the next one, and the distillery's gone into administration. So
Your owner's standing around playing a trumpet the whole time.
yeah, on the old trumpet racket.
Yeah,
Good fun though, really good fun.
that was good. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Cool.
Okay, Mini Painter, thank you very much for watching along. Richard as well, thank you very much for keeping an eye on the chat. We'll switch out now and have a little chat. Unless you guys have anything to say, or do you want to hold it for just 1 second? Is there anything you want to point out on the table, or you all good?
Not a particular moment. No.
Right on. Okay, let's switch. Bear with me 1 second. So we'll bring you up. There we go. And turn my video back on. There we go. So Richard says 65 is a strong score for an intro game. And Mini Painter is looking forward to the Kickstarter campaign. I think all of us are. So hitting Kickstarter 2020 later this year, is that right?
Yeah, we're shooting for a July Kickstarter launch. So
Okay.
coming up.
Yeah, not far off. Well, it's been really enjoyable. If you've been watching along at home and would like to give it a go, I'm sure it's accessible, isn't it, on Tabletop Simulator?
Yep, everything you see here. Yep.
Everything that you've seen tonight is playable. Really enjoyed that, I'll be honest. I'm going to jump straight in with a couple of comments. Like, the level of technical implementation of what you can do, the scripting, it's just made Tabletop Simulator quite user friendly, and more. It's like that next level on. It's not quite real life gaming, but it's not far off. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It was
It
fun.
helps with how long the game takes as well. It's quicker because it's all scripted like that for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we really when we first brought it in here, which was about a year, just under a year ago, because of the pandemic, you couldn't have caught me dead playing board games online, but I knew I needed to do this to continue developing it. And my good friend Seth, he's a programmer, and he's really stepped up and helped out quite a lot. Card games especially are so hard on Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to do, isn't there?
If it was the pandemic, I wouldn't have touched GTS with the Temple Protocol.
Yeah.
But the quality of life programming that you put into this is so much. Is improves the experience.
Yeah.
Already, which I think is a very strong game. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I love the thematic mechanic of removing the first and last card. I thought that was a superb little bit of detail.
We've got a few people joining the stream a little bit late. We've just finished playing, unfortunately. Richard's responding, so you can have a nice little chat with them. But
good.
Rewind the video and you can see the gameplay. But
it will be available on YouTube.
It is available on you. It's available everywhere. We'll tell them a little bit about that. Have you guys got any more comments for Dave at all? Any more feedback? Congratulations, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for reading. So I've got a couple of things, just mostly pros actually. There's very few cons this week. It's always good. I really like the mix of you can either go long-term strategy with the aging, or you can go short-term, continually pushing your luck every round just to try and get that constant little dribble of points in. That was really nice to be able to decide which one you want to do and switch.
Yeah.
And I think the speed of the game, the game length was very good. Especially for the intro. And I do love the fact you've got an intro versus a full mode. You can do a shorter game, a shorter, lighter game, takes out some of the mechanics, and then a full mode. Could you quickly go over what the full mode actually contains above?
I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to. So the full mode, the first thing that happens, and I'm going to highlight it. Actually, I can pull it up where it would be on the market. Full mode opens an additional market row that essentially allows you to, let me shuffle this, allows you to hire different people and a lot of this is still placeholder art, but different people and elements that would help mitigate your luck or build your small mini engine. So you can see, for instance, this farmer is going to give you a discount in the co-op, but also there's some variable end game strategy as well. So for instance, actually I'll use Nick as an example. Nick being from Korea, for his distiller, if he had purchased this might have given him some extra bonus at the end for his Asia-based labels as well. So these are meant to essentially build a small engine. You can install up to 4 of those in your distillery. So that's one opportunity, and there's lots of different ones that are. Oops, I just want to see if I can find a couple more drawings by Eric, because there's your blender. There's who you fired. There's who you sacked. So I'm really excited about the character art on these two, and Eric's developing these. It allows you to just do more with the game as far as your strategy goes. So that's one element. Another element is, let me see if I can pull this out here, is in front of us here, this Distillers Awards. The Distillers Awards there's 20 of these, and the number of players plus 1 is drawn out randomly at the start of the game. And these are the ones I was talking about where, for instance, actually, I think this probably would have been Jinner maybe more with his bottles. If you had 5 bottles, the first person to get that would get these cool points, and then we'd flip this over. Nobody else could get this. Yeah. And these are checked at the end of each round. So that's one more. Like I said, there's a bottle collection mechanism as well. There are currently 12 different distillery identities you can choose from to start with in the game, with all different powers, all different regions. So you have those to choose from, as well as other spirits like tequila, brandy, baijiu, and other spirits you play with too. So you play with 8 spirits in the full game too. And then finally, it's a 7-round game. So that's kind of some of the additional elements of the game.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Cool.
So the only thing I noted down for a possible con was I didn't feel there was a lot of ways you could slow an opponent down if they were pushing towards trying to make one particular recipe. You could buy out something from under them, but then that really doesn't benefit you at all, really. Slow them down, but you're not slowing yourself. You're effectively slowing yourself down as well, because you may not be able to use what you're buying off the. What kind of ways are there that you can interact more with the other players in that sense?
That's a really good question. Yeah, so that's one that we find that we're continuing to try and infuse more interaction, because right now it's fairly solitary. But with that said, the awards oftentimes are one way the circular awards cause people to do that. We also all draw. Over the course of the game, you would draw a second goal as well and have another secret goal that you'd be working with. So you might try and deduce what they're working towards. But you're right, I've tried to stay away from too much negative interaction. So most of it would happen in things like the market, purchasing certain upgrades that would allow you to maybe, for instance, certain upgrades allow you to buy additional items either from other areas or at a discount, or search through the market as well. So the hope would be that if you wanted to stop someone from kind of, like you said, steamrolling through, that you would kind of do some of those things to build up to that.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. But overall, yeah, really enjoyable. I really enjoyed it.
Great. You won, Nick. You won. Yeah, even better. No, that was really enjoyable. I must admit, that's the only thing I thought was a little bit more player interaction. But I really do like those coins. So the race to claim them, I think, would be really cool. I was scanning the market and looking at what other players might be looking to make, and try and grab some of the ingredients and the bottles, just to kind of, slow them down if necessary. I didn't play with the aging at all, and that was a real point scorer for Nick. So yeah, I think for me, being a bit more diversified on the strategy rather than going straight one way I think I've learned a lot of lessons. I would love to play it again. I thought what I managed to pull off in the second round was pretty cool.
That was great.
That was a
impressive.
really good
I was
feeling.
surprised. I was very surprised that normally people do not get something like that done in the second round. So that was impressive.
Yeah, that made me feel good. I'll be honest. So yeah, that was a really good moment. But from there, it went downhill a little bit. I spent too much money on recipes and not enough on ingredients.
You were
That's
really
it.
going for your secret goal, weren't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I should have scanned across the other players a bit more. But never mind. It's all good. But yeah, really enjoyed it.
I think you would have. I think you'll do quite well with the full game because I could see you were looking at the bottles, purchasing those. Those can really pay off quite well in the full game too. And really, a lot of it does come down to some of those upgrades. We're trying to create different strategies to the win, so to victory. So some people we find do invest in upgrades with quite a lot of those. Oh, I forgot to mention. Let's see, where are they? Are they here? Yes. There's also, I don't have these set up on the board yet. I know you're not viewing the stream right now, but we also have. Oh, okay, great. We have prestigious upgrades that are purely meant for purchasing spirit points. So generally this goes to people that are not doing an aging track, that have quite a lot of money, but then can invest in their distillery. It's not necessarily an engine builder, but it's more of just a pure points builder too. So again, trying to create different paths to victory for each player depending on their play style.
Yep.
I consider it being really useful for the character I was, where Uzo is. You just
That's
make
nice.
it, knock it, and sell it straight away.
Yep.
Yeah.
The age.
That's really nice. I like that. Like the tasting room, and it's like extending the distillery.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
So.
Okay. Let's just switch back once more. Bring you all back up. Alrighty. So, I think that's it for this evening. It's been lovely to meet you.
Yes.
And it's been really fun. So yeah, do stay in touch. Let us know when it's going live. Don't jump off the stream just yet. We'll have a little roundup in Zoom afterwards. But yeah, for this evening, unless anyone else, have you got anything else to say, Nick, Chris?
No.
Cool.
Thanks for joining us.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah,
one
go
more
for
thing
it.
live. So we're also we're probably within the next month. We've got a full solo mode that's been developed and designed by David Digby, actually up from over in the UK as well. And it's actually quite impressive. It lays over the top of the game, but does something very different as well. So we're hoping to have that released on TTS within the next month. And we're really looking for blind play testers whenever possible for this game. And we always encourage people to try the basic game, the intro game first. And once you have, to play that full game really brings the whole theme out quite a lot more. So again, same thing to all of you too. We'd love to come back sometime if you're interested.
Yeah, definitely.
We can play through a full game too. So
yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, stay in touch and we'll get something arranged, and definitely the solo play as well. I think that would be quite fun to give that a go. Maybe arrange some streams of that as well.
What's the player count?
Currently, so the player counts 1 through 4. With the Kickstarter, we're probably we have a 5th player expansion that we're looking at as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And that will also come with spirits from Africa and the Middle East also. Because right now we've got Asia, Oceania, Europe, and Americas.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, very excited for you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I think it's
really good.
it should, well, I hope it does really well on Kickstarter.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone who is watching. I'll do the roundup now, and then we'll have a quick chat. So here we go. Right, everyone, thank you so much for those that took part, and Richard and Dave for showing off Distilled, which is coming to Kickstarter in June later this year. I hope that's right.
Yeah, July, yep.
July, later this year, apologies. That was really good fun. So we've really enjoyed it. If you want to check it out, it is available on Tabletop Simulator. Also check out Distilled Game on Facebook, Distilled on Board Game Geek and Twitter and Instagram as well. I'm sure they'd really appreciate you getting in touch and staying connected to it. From me, that's it. I've got to mention at this point that this is a patron funded channel. If you've enjoyed watching, do feel free going along to patreon.com/ingameuk. There's some great rewards available for your participation and help keep the stream going. So yeah, I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Carry on gaming, carry on rolling those dice, and hopefully see you all back soon. Okay, take care.